you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. Thank you for being here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Not you.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, the audience?
Yeah, the
I'm
people.
sorry. I thought you were saying thank me for being here.
No.
Oh, you're welcome.
No. So this past couple weeks, so we're about to leave Maine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so to get the flavor of the area, we've been like doing a lot of lasts. Last time to do this, last time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a package of Red Snapper hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an unusually large package. It looks like a small package, but damn, they jammed them hot dogs in there, Carmen.
Yeah, it probably was, what was it, like a 30-pack or something?
I don't know how many were in there, but there were a ton, Carmen.
Looked like about a 24, 30, or a 30-pack.
A lot of hot dogs.
And, like, realistically, like, how many hot dogs you gonna eat a night?
Right.
Like, I'm only gonna maybe eat 2. You're gonna eat maybe 3 or 4, and that's it.
Don't put a 4 on my head.
I'm just saying I
don't need a 4.
at the very most. Like it might be late and you eat another one, but
Yeah, maybe
they're
you
not
eat
gonna
another one.
eat like
Right. When you got a whole package of them, and so
even an 8-pack we don't finish. We still have hot dogs the next day.
we actually the buns go bad.
Mm-hmm.
We got bad buns
Yeah,
by the time we get to the last of the dogs.
yeah.
So then it's a perpetual problem because you got
Then
the
the
bad
hot dogs
buns
go bad,
and
and you gotta throw the hot
You
dogs.
gotta get more buns because you didn't eat all your hot dogs. But then you got these extra buns. So what are you gonna fill the hot dog bun with? You get some more hot dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so you would be like, "What's for dinner tonight?" And I'd say hot dogs, and you're like, "Yeah, okay." And then like the second night, you're like, "What's for dinner?" I said, "Hot dogs," because we got these Red Snapper hot dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the New England buns, the whole thing. So you said, "I don't know." The second day, you're like, "I don't know," but you did it. You got that. But then the third day, whenever we try to eat hot dogs again, you put your foot down. You said, "No more hot dogs." You said, "What am I supposed to do? Eat hot dogs every day?" But I didn't do it like 3 days in a row. It was like there were some spaces in between. But you didn't like all those hot dogs.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it's like you gotta do something else. You can't just do that. Like it's good the first time, but then the second time it's like, And then you gotta I need all the stuff for my hot dogs. My hot dogs need to be dressed up, either chili and cheese. But the issue is we have Red Snapper hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if for anybody who has never tried the red hot dogs.
They've got a natural casing. They call them Red Snappers because whenever you bite them, they go pop.
Well, they also are dyed red. Obviously, they use some dye to make them look red, make them. It makes people want them more. But the first time we tried one, I thought it was gonna taste different. Like I thought you'd be able to taste them on
the
a
texture's
food
a
color.
little different.
Yeah, the texture is a little different, but it tastes like a regular hot dog.
Yeah.
So you could put the same things you would put on a regular hot dog, but mentally, when you look at it, it's red.
When you look at a red hot dog and a brown chili and cheese, you're like, I don't know.
And then automatically people associate red with spicy. So you go in it because the pickled sausages that they sell at the store, they're red. They use the same dye, but they're.
We were in Detroit and you tried to give me one of those. I was like, no.
A pickled sausage?
What were they called?
Bahama
Mamas? I was like, no, get that out of my face. I don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, yeah, Bahama Mamas? Those are good. And then they got the hot sausage firecracker ones where those are the smaller ones, pickled sausages. But they're so good.
I just don't like the idea of it.
I know, but it's so good. It's really good. I like stuff like that. I won't do I see a lot of people like it happened a while ago, and then now it's kind of resurfacing again. But people do the pickles with the Kool-Aid. I forgot what they call them.
Pickles in the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, they're Kool-Aid pickles.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't fucking with like a Kool-Aid and pickle that much to put them together.
Right.
But people think it's like, this is amazing. I'm like, nope. A blue pickle.
You and I were out in the town in Avalon, and we had a pickleback. You remember that? Mm-hmm. We had a whiskey drink with a pickleback, which is just a pickle juice as your chaser.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I didn't think it was the worst.
Uh-huh.
I think I had vodka with it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because they were saying to do it with vodka, and it was like, it'll get rid of the taste altogether. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's actually not bad, but it's the idea of it.
Yeah, but then how many shots you do with pickle, and then like you get too much, and then you start throwing up pickles.
Yeah, you got that sour shit coming out. But I know I went to the last time I went to Amato's and got some wings and things like that. They had bottles of pickle juice, bottled and selling them for like $2.29 or $3.29 or something like. And I was like, dude, like people, he was like, I think it's weird, but they buying it.
People buy it.
He's like, we have one left. He's like, this was stocked like 20 of them, and it's already gone.
I think you can get it in a can. Actually, I think you can also get olive juice in a can.
Yeah, they literally just use their pickles, they drain out the juice, and then bottle it and put the Amato's fucking sticker on it.
No, I mean
and
like in a
sell it.
manufactured can from a factory.
I know. Like, why would you want that, though?
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, I get it. It's a demand for it. Like, people talk about it. When I talk to the girls at work, they're like, oh, yeah, pickle shot is perfect. Like, they think it's awesome. They bartend and stuff, but they like it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a weird thing. And people who like capers and things like that, I think that's weird.
Capers are the worst.
It's so salty.
So gross. And the texture.
I don't mind the texture if it's in the sauce. I could do capers if it's in like a beurre blanc sauce.
We were at Riraz, which is a Irish pub here. They do like fancy Irish stuff, would you say?
They try.
Yeah. And they are with their fish and chips. They have capers in the tartar sauce.
Yeah. Oh, I know a lot of people who do capers in their tartar.
And it completely like turned me off about it. Like right then, I was like, ugh.
The capers.
The capers in there.
Yeah, I hate capers in a tartar sauce. Just keep the shit simple. Everybody, tartar sauce is universal. They want the same shit. They, like, if you could make it like McDonald's, try to shoot for that, because that's what people want. McDonald's
people want a fish fillet. No, they don't.
The tartar sauce at McDonald's be kind of good, though. I'm not going to lie. I make it all the time. I make tartar sauce for our fish all the time.
I knew a guy from Philadelphia. He loved the fish fillet. He's like, if you go anywhere near McDonald's and you just got a couple bucks, get a fish fillet. Just do it. Yeah. It's so funny. It's like it's the grossest sandwich. It's like a kind of a gross sandwich.
Kirk, that's my favorite one there.
Especially the old, if it's old.
My
Do they
God.
still have it?
Of course they do.
What?
It's a staple. They can't get rid of the fish fillet at McDonald's. People will you think the Mexican pizza was bad? Get rid of the fish fillet at McDonald's. People have a meltdown.
You had the Mexican pizza when it came out.
Yeah, I did.
Was it everything you remembered?
No.
No? Was
No.
it better?
No.
Worse?
Yeah.
Really?
It just wasn't the same. It was kind of like it tastes like they're a little bit rusty. But it was, for the most part, it was all there, but it was just like they might be a little bit rusty on this. But
that's why that was only there for a week.
did they take it off? When I looked at it online, it said it was on the menu. So I wonder if they got it back or not, because it's back on the menu in general for Taco Bell. But certain locations are having a hard time keeping up with the demand and getting all those products over again and all that stuff.
I feel like whenever they got rid of it, they had originally said that they were done with the Mexican pizza because of the packaging was too much waste.
Right.
And then like they bring it back and they use the exact same packaging that they did before.
Nothing changed. It's like, what do people complain? So I guess the waste is not important anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
But they now have a program where you can recycle your sauce packets. So
Whatever.
Taco Bell saving the earth. Taco Bell saving the earth, Carmen.
When you have a big business like that, like people chattering about certain things, obviously, it gets to you like it's something that's a big deal, especially when that voice gets super loud. But
You see, all these people with handfuls and handfuls of sauce packets. You're like, Taco Bell could do something a little bit different, right? But how do you deliver sauce to people if you don't have the sauce? I guarantee.
what you gonna do? Put them in little plastic ramekins?
Right. You
the
still
same
the
thing.
same thing,
'Cause
right?
if you was to get it bottled and gave out little bottles in each order, it's a lot of fucking money, and that's more waste too. Like that, what was it? A documentary we were watching about the recycling? I'm not sure if it was a documentary we were watching or if I watched something about it. But they were talking about no, I think it was something. It might have been something for school that I had to watch. But they're talking about how most of the bottles and stuff still ends up in the ocean, and it still doesn't get to the place that it's supposed to go. Like once it goes from this place to this place to this place,
Right.
like you can have a random person in there who doesn't do their job properly, and they're like, "Fuck that, just throw it in the garbage."
Right.
So, yeah, it doesn't really matter with that stuff, anyways. Like you recycle if you recycle, you don't if you don't. In Detroit, people don't recycle, so you got a whole state of just more and more trash, and there's multiple states like that. In New York, people throw their stuff on the ground.
Where's this supposed to go?
Exactly.
Right. The whole city is just
Garbage anyway.
garbage everywhere.
Yeah. So.
You see some of those shows with like restaurants in New York City, and they have like a closet of like just that's where their trash goes, like indoors, because they're in the city. They don't have a place to. There's no dumpsters.
Yeah.
I mean, there are dumpsters, but I mean, how are you going to stop everybody from? You're a big giant hotel in New York. Your trash has to go somewhere.
Well, our trash is indoors.
It goes into a room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't have, like, we have 2 big rooms where our trash goes, and we keep the doors closed, and like our maintenance people, it's still disgusting in there though.
Right, because
especially
it's
in the
where
summer.
garbage is.
Right.
It's the
I
home
mean,
of garbage.
They did something different this summer with our place for sure, because the fruit flies and all that stuff is nowhere near as it was last year. So they did something different to where they was able to like cut down on like flies and like grossness. But yeah, whenever you have big properties like that, like you gotta have some place. And in New York, it's a lot of big buildings, so you see trash on the street that like the dump trucks didn't even get to yet. It's like, damn, it's 6 in the afternoon. Y'all trash ain't been picked up yet.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just all out there in the street.
It's like a 2-day process to pick up all the trash in New York. So yeah,
2 days.
yeah,
2 days gets rid of all the trash in New York.
yeah. It's like your trash day is on Monday, but we might not get to you till Tuesday. But just put it out Sunday night anyways, and hopefully you don't get a ticket and we get it before. It's a mess. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Taco Bell, yeah, they went right back to the same thing, except for they gotta tweak the system again now because everybody wants a Mexican pizza. So y'all gotta do something.
I think it's the scarcity that sold it this go around. I bet if they turned it into a monthly thing, it'll be like the McRib.
The McRib is disgusting.
Okay, but it comes out twice a year.
Right.
You know, you can
Don't
only
say
get
that out loud.
what?
I want it whenever I want it. I don't want it to be twice a year.
I think that's what they'll do because it's kind of like
Don't try
once
to-
it becomes back on the menu again, it'll just be old hat. They had to make a choice to say, well, this product isn't really selling that much.
I don't think that was the issue.
So-
I think it might have been they were trying to cut down on the amount of boxes and stuff because they were selling so much.
That could be, but it also profitability would have to factor into it to some point.
Right.
Because you could say, well, we make this waste, but it's a big earner for us.
Right.
So you're gonna kind of turn your eyes away from that.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Well, I'm glad it's back for the most part, and I'm hoping I can get it at places other than the Taco Bells that don't have it, because that kind of sucks. We've been having this, we've had this situation going on in our household, and I don't know what to say about it because
we talked about it last time, I believe,
yeah,
about
but
this silverware,
yeah,
the-
going missing.
the dishes going missing.
Now we got more dishes missing.
There's a spoon. We're down to one spoon.
Yeah,
See, I went to the store. I got 2 forks because we were down to 1 fork. Now we're down to 1 spoon.
and we might only had 2 forks.
We had 3 forks.
We might have 3 forks.
we do have 3 forks.
Okay.
Now, we had 3 before, then we had 2, then we had 1.
Yeah.
Now we have 3 again. We've got 1 spoon, a plastic spatula went away somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think that went, Carmen?
I don't know where these things are going, Kirk. I don't know where the dishes are going. I'm not losing dishes. I'm trying to tell you. It got to be a ghost in here taking the dishes or
Who's
something.
going to steal dishes?
I don't know, but why the hell would I?
And why right now?
I don't need to throw away a plastic spatula that I love.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite spatula. I would have never thrown it away.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where they're going. I don't have an explanation for it. I think it could be you.
It's not me.
I'm trying to think and think
Because
and think,
you
and I'm
use
like,
spoons for weird stuff.
for everything.
I don't typically use a spoon. Therefore, the spoons are gone because of you.
Well, okay. What do you think I use spoons? Why you say I use spoons for weird stuff?
You use spoons for, like, macaroni and cheese?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Because you use a fork.
Yeah, but you can't get as much on a fork.
Sure you can.
You can't get as much noodles on a fork than if
Sure
you
you
just use
can.
a spoon.
Yes, you can. The mac and cheese we had last night was that curly do pasta.
Oh, it was trash. So bad.
It's made for a fork. You're supposed to stab it.
Yeah, that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but not regular elbow. You only can get a few on a fork.
Nah, you can get on as much as you need to.
No, I use a spoon. You get
Yeah.
more with a spoon.
Well, the spoons are gone. And
I'm sorry,
I gotta be honest. I don't think I'm gonna buy any more spoons.
but we about to move anyway. I think it's funny because people listening is probably like, why they only got 2 spoons or like 3 forks?
We
It's
had
because,
3 spoons.
Yeah, but that's
One for me, one for you, and
some
one
people,
extra.
that's crazy. Some
Why?
people got like 20 forks and
It's to make us keep doing the dishes though.
apparently,
That
yeah.
that's my motivation for it. If you only have 2 plates, you only got a couple pans, you got to keep doing the dishes. That way you don't have a sink full of dishes, for a week.
Well, your motivation is different from mine. I just don't think it's necessary because it's only 2 of us.
Mhm.
So like, we don't need to have all this shit when it's just 2 of us anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we don't have more dishes. I know a lot of people who have sinks full of dishes.
Right.
So
I don't want to be one of those people.
yeah,
You like to put the dirty dishes in the sink.
yeah,
I don't even want the dirty dishes in the sink. I want them next to the sink.
yeah. But I don't want dirty dishes next to the sink. They need to go in the sink. I don't understand that.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a different way of doing it.
Uh-huh.
People do things different ways. That's
Right.
just how it works. So it's just part of it. But I don't think I'm the one losing these dishes.
I
Kurt.
know you're the one losing
Oh
the
my
dishes.
god.
I don't even think that. I know it.
You think so?
Yeah, I know it.
You're funny.
Yeah. You want to blame the ghost? Ghost don't want our spoons.
I think ghosts want the spoons, and they got the spatula.
Yeah, right. I like the other spatula more,
I don't.
to be honest.
Harder to clean, all that stuff. So nope, nothing like that.
You feel like plastic is easier to clean than metal?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I disagree.
In some situations, yeah.
Like what?
That metal spatula, like if you scraping some, I don't know, it all gets caked on there. It's just harder to clean. It's way harder than plastic. I know I've cleaned it a million times, so I know what's harder to clean and what's not. That's why I don't use it.
I think it's because I've got this fancy brush. It's got a dish with the soap in it,
Mm-hmm.
and you put the brush into the dish with the soap, and then it gets all. And you like to use the plastic sponge handle with the soap in the handle, and then you press the button and it releases the soap.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's our cleaning product, and I only use mine. You only use yours.
Yeah.
I think it's the cleaning products that make it more difficult for you to clean that metal spatula.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah.
Man, I want more dishes.
Why?
I just feel like at work I have everything I need.
Yeah, and you have somebody else to clean it.
I know.
Do you want more dishes, or do you not want to clean them?
I don't want to do either. I want
Right.
more dishes, but I don't want to clean them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a maid or something.
Yeah, right.
Get a little old man.
No, we gotta get a little young woman.
No, hell no.
Huh?
You're crazy.
You don't want to get a little French maid lady?
No, why would I want that?
Why not?
Because, bitch, you coming in here to clean.
Yeah.
Don't sit on my fucking couch or do none of that stuff.
Why would they do that?
I don't know what they be doing, but we need a little old man who just come in here and he already retired. He's trying to make a couple extra bucks.
But that little old man's not gonna clean as much as the.
I don't know, man. I'm actually like I made the comment. I'm like, it's only so many people over 60 that like can come in the kitchen and work in a restaurant and like really kick ass and like really like got that shit together. I was like, but here I've met multiple people that age who can actually do it, and I'm kind of baffled by it. Like, what the fuck? How these? I was like, for sure, it's only like 160-year-old out of a 500 that's gonna come in the kitchen. But here I've met so many. I'm like, damn.
You think that it might have to do with the way the year works out? Maybe they only have to go all the way in for a few months out of the year, and then restaurants kind of die down because the tourism is gone.
Yeah, and then they don't have to do it.
Then they
Are
don't-
you saying versus like in California, a
Yeah,
60-year-old
and
man
it's
getting shit on the whole
every
fucking
day.
year, every day?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that you might be right about that. That
Maybe.
makes sense.
Maybe so. So what about this man who cut everybody in line at the library?
Yeah, he this African guy was in line because the library right now is still kind of COVID restrictions. So the computers are social distance still. You still got to wear a mask.
They have spacer computers.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you think that they flip-flop the computers?
No.
No?
I think that is literally like they just took a bunch of them out to where that you can't use them. So they don't want people sitting next to each other. So instead of having 6 computers in one row, it's only like 2 in one row.
Right.
So it's way less. So not as much people can use it. I haven't had an issue going there at all, like waiting. Only one time, I think, but not many times like waiting too long. Yeah, so we're standing in line. It's one person in front of me, and then it's me, and then it's somebody behind me. And then a man comes in, and the lady is trying to change over her, get set up. She was just coming on to her shift, and the other guy was taking care of us in line while she's trying to. So he goes up to her, and he just starts, like, tapping on the table, like, waving his paper at her, like, here, like, do it now. While she's trying to get her stuff together, and she was just like, there's a line, sir. And then he turned around and looked at the line, and he had that face like, I have to wait in this. It's like, why do you feel like you don't have to wait in the line? Like, what is up with people?
Right.
And then he go up there and he do it again. And the lady was like, sir, you need to wait in line. These people are in front of you. And like, she just wasn't having it. And you think like the library, you're supposed to be quiet. She was not having it that day. She's like, go stand in a fucking line. Like, you are
gotta
not
go
better
over
than
there. You better wait.
Because some people, I don't know what it is about people, but some people just feel like they can just be rude like that. Like, they don't even. And he looked at the line and was just like, oh, I got to wait in this. As if like, why should I have to wait in a line? Why should I not go before them?
Right.
And it's like, what makes you think that you can just cut in front of everybody? But I've seen it happen so many times.
Right.
Like, I've had like tourists cut in front of me at the bathroom. Just cut in front of me. And I'm standing there with a nasty look on my face because I'm about to be rude. But you know what?
Just let it be. You let it be?
I was at one of my jobs, so I let it be. It wasn't my current job, but it was at a previous job. And I was like, you know what? Because I work here, I'm not going to like cuss this customer out.
Right.
But I really wanted to.
Right.
And then the guy turns around because I think somebody was like, hey, she's in line. And he's like, oh, you in line? Yeah, or I'm just standing here.
Right. I like to stand by the toilet.
I like to stand by the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then he goes, and then it's a lady behind me. And he goes behind me. And she's like, I'm in line too. So, and it's like, why do you even have to go through all that stuff?
Right.
Like, just wait your turn. Like, be courteous to people.
What do you think about you're at work and you know that two people are having a conversation about something outside of the job, and you have to talk to at least one of those people about something that has to do with the job. Do you like do one of those like hang-arounds where you like wait for them to
Hell no.
notice you, or do you interrupt them?
Hey, I need this now.
Yeah,
I don't fucking care what y'all talking about.
I've gotten to I've noticed this past few weeks. It could be because we're moving and I'm just kind of
Over it.
yeah. Kind of like the niceties are kind of wearing thin, maybe. Maybe not, but I've noticed.
I don't
that.
think it's wearing thin, but it's just I think
if it's work related, and I know you guys aren't talking about work, I'm gonna interrupt now.
Yeah. well, see, you're a nice person, so you don't want to interrupt. But also, it's hot right now, so you're just come on.
Moods have changed.
Oh, I've noticed it so much. I've noticed people on the street yelling at people, customers coming in yelling at people. It's like it's just too hot outside.
Too hot
people
out there.
Freaking out. But yeah, like it's more so like you're talking about something, and I need this now. So like, I'm sorry, but I don't have that issue. I just straight up, I just be like, hey, what's this? In the middle. Stop talking.
Right.
Everybody does it. I've been talking to people. If you got to get a question in, like, you need to interrupt us.
Right.
Like, we don't mind it. Nobody gets weird about that at
You
all.
think? Well, I feel because I overthink every like social situation. I feel like I feel weird if I'm just like standing there. I'm like, hey, I'm here. You know, ready to communicate with people. And then I was like, but then they're like what's he doing over there? Like, why is he just standing there? You know?
Yeah, you
because
have
I'm not
to
getting
just,
involved in the conversation.
You just gotta butt in.
And then butting in, you're like, well, he just came in and he just started talking about something else.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel that you can't win, but
yeah, well, that's because you overthink it. I don't have that issue, especially at my job, because it's a bunch of girls there, so everybody chatty patties. Everybody talk about gossip and about their boyfriend and about the TV show they watched last night. And did you check out this video or this TikTok? Like, everybody's talking about stuff, so you have to interrupt and just be like, hey, come on. And then nobody gets offended by it. Everyone does it. So
right. Well, that's good. That makes me feel better.
No, nobody gets offended. But I mean, if you're standing there just like waiting in a corner to ask, then people are like,
yeah,
you need
Can
something?
I help you? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I get weird with some people doing stuff at work weird like that. It's just like, or you know what I don't like? The worst part is when I'm having a conversation with somebody and somebody that I don't know very well just come in, or somebody who just got there. It could be anything like that. And they come in and then they just start talking about or the worst part is,
finish with the first thing.
Okay, the worst part is when people butt in and they're just like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Like, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
The second worst is when you just like start talking with us and it's like, go get some friends. We're having a conversation.
You're a mean girl.
I don't think that's being mean. I think it's rude to do that. Right?
To join a conversation.
And nobody invited you.
Uh-huh.
That's like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta, don't do that.
One of the, I knew this guy, if somebody would start talking into his conversation, he would say, excuse me, sir, I don't remember pulling your cord. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
It is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to say it. It's like people don't know how to, like, we have a girl that I used to work for, and like she wants to be like part of the conversation all the time, but like you just got there and you already kind of like, we trying to fill you out. We don't really know who you is. We just know you kind of loud and irritating, and you just kind of like, we got to fill you out. And then we'd be talking about something and she'd be like, oh, what are you guys talking about? Nothing. Girl, if you don't go get a friend. It's like, we don't trust you enough to tell you our conversation. Like, when new people come, you got to fill them out. You know what I mean? So it's that weird thing. But you shouldn't feel weird.
No.
You just jump in there.
I'm just jumping.
Hey, I need this damn package right now.
Yeah. I'm a jumper now.
Yeah, why do you think you get so weird about stuff like that?
I don't know why.
Like asking questions?
Asking questions. Yeah, you've so we're moving, and you you have a lot of questions about everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have like any questions about anything. Like I like to look stuff up, and then I read about it, and then I was like, okay, now I got the answers, right? But
Yeah.
you're like, I gotta call somebody, I gotta talk to somebody, and my viewpoint is the people you talk to are just people that don't even know anyway. So you're just kind of good doing your own research.
Yeah.
The labor staff out there right now is kind of weird,
Yeah. I
wouldn't
agree.
you say?
Yeah.
So I was like, well,
It's a desperate situation for
Right.
the workforce right now.
so I'll just read what I can, and that's it. And you're like, no, I got to talk to people.
Yeah, I gotta know what's going on. I'm not gonna just read off of websites.
Mhm.
Like, you remember that restaurant we went to? I can't remember the name of it, but we got there right before they closed, and it was awkward
Mm-hmm.
because
The corner room.
they were like quickly serving us, and then once I realized, like, oh.
Mm-hmm. You're one of those people that you don't like.
However, I looked on their website, and their hours still had the summer hours. It still had certain hours on there.
Right.
So I went off the website, even posted on the front door. It had different hours than the time that they were deciding to close. Okay, if I would have called, I probably would have knew that. But I didn't. I went off the website, which was not updated. Their door was not updated. And
Right.
then we get there, and then I feel like an idiot because I looked at their information on. I don't be
Right.
trusting that. Like,
Yeah.
there is still a person who updates that information.
Right.
And I feel like I get a better understanding if I talk to somebody who can outright explain it versus trying to go on a website and.
But don't you feel weird calling to ask questions that should be answered on the website?
Don't care.
I think that's strange.
No, I just want to make sure. So I'm
Yeah.
going to call and I'm going to ask all these questions.
Uh-huh.
Like, I even called the apartment complex. I'm sure some of that was on a website.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure, and I wanted to write it down and go over all these questions that I'm thinking about and make sure that I'm not missing nothing.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. I don't know. I need to ask.
Carmen, 50 questions.
Like right now, like even with the changing the address and mail and all that stuff, I'm sure they have the process on the website.
Yeah, just
I
looked it
need
up.
to call and talk to somebody.
I just
and
looked it up
ask.
on USPS. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna call and talk to somebody and just make sure
Okay.
because that's what you got to do sometimes. You don't like to get into that. Well, like I don't know. I'm just it puts me at ease a little bit
Uh-huh.
if I feel comfortable with the information I got going forward.
Right.
So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I don't feel weird about asking questions. I don't care.
No, I don't. I can't.
I get asked questions all day, and I'm expected to answer it, but then I don't got the power to ask questions.
No.
I'm like, fuck that. I ask all the questions, Kirk.
Mm-hmm. You ask questions, I don't.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So, why was Kate Bush running up that hill? That's the better question.
Okay, so Kate Bush running up the hill. Stranger Things had come out 4. You won't let us watch the last episode because it's too long. I've come to the realization.
No, we're gonna watch it for sure. I do want to see the last episode. That's not true. I do want to see
You're
it.
not gonna let us watch it because it's 2.5 hours.
Man, the one
long.
before this, I was like, shit, we got to take a break between this. It's a whole movie.
So, Kate Bush making music in the 80s, and she had the song, and it plays. It's in Stranger Things this new season a few times, and it became like a huge hit.
Who? George Bush's wife?
No, Kate Bush, the singer of the song, running up
His
that
daughter?
hill. No, it has nothing
Oh.
to do with George Bush.
Oh shit!
Bush is a pretty common name.
I know.
Well, it became a big hit, and apparently, like through like all like the streaming service, music streaming, and like use of the song, she's made like millions of dollars within the past like months. And all these people have enjoyed it. What do you think about that?
I think it's cool. And you said it's because it's getting played on like
Stranger Things.
Is it just Stranger Things or are other people?
That is what prompted
Yeah.
the comeback. Like whenever Dogface 420 made that video of him skateboarding, drinking Capri Sun
Yeah, and then it just went everywhere.
with Fleetwood Mac playing.
Yeah.
And then that became like a huge like hit. It's the same thing.
Yeah, then Fleetwood Mac, that song just went popped again and went everywhere.
Right.
They was probably like, thanks, man.
Thanks.
It's like, y'all should get him a little money for that because
I think Ocean Spray like bought him a car because he was drinking Ocean Spray like as he was skateboarding. Yeah.
yeah,
So
but somebody should give him some more money.
well,
It's like, I got y'all popping.
hmm
Well, he got a car out of it, so that's good.
yeah.
That was his 15 minutes of fame. Like, you ain't. I mean, I think he still posts videos and stuff, but like, you ain't gonna get another hit like
You're
that.
not gonna get another one. People know who you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had some interviews and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was like in like a Snoop Dogg video or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, you get your little thing. If you can stretch that to something else good for you. If you can't, it wasn't meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Well, I think that's the end.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every